Going to do another short video, or shorter than the last two. Uh, Another update on San Antonio. Uh, Me and my wife left the house today about 11:15. I drove her to work because I'm way more familiar with San Antonio than she is. At least where we went today. I showed her the way to get to work, completely back roads with it's like almost 30 miles to her work one way, which is kind of crazy. But here in Texas, we do shit like that. So but because of the stop and go traffic and the lights, it takes an hour and 20 minutes one way to get there. So tonight's supposed to be the last hard freeze probably for the year, hopefully. We do get cold here every once in a while later, but hopefully not again this year. The reason I took her to work as well, she works at a hardware store, and all of the hardware stores in the area, the PVC fittings have been picked clean, so there's nothing available. My buddy FedEx some shit. It hasn't arrived yet. I was able to get something I needed today, and I've discovered that one of the joints that I glued is not holding. It's leaking. Uh, we don't even have any water pressure. I don't know where the water's coming from. So dropped her off, just a little bit on ice, and that was at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So it was still cold today. Not as cold as it has been. I told her already that if the water that I saw tonight on the way to get her is probably still going to be there. There's going to be at least two places where there's ice, and told her to be careful. From after I dropped her off, I left. I was going down the street, and a guy in front of me went sideways on ice. Luckily, there was nobody beside him, so he didn't hit anybody. And then I was like, "Oh ho, yay!" So I didn't have any issues. I was in my 1 ton. Gas is becoming a severe problem. I found gas today twice. I put cash. I used all my cash in my pocket to put some gas in my truck. It's not full, but it's got more than it had. It's a gas hog. But I was in the truck today because after the commissary, which I'll get into here in a second, which is something that military retirees earn the privilege to use when they retire. It's a grocery store, but let me get through the gas. I had firewood in the back of the truck for my dad's neighbor. Uh, Electricity came back on. Today's Friday, so it came back on Wednesday night, but I didn't trust it. It's been on since, so hopefully the grid is stabilized. Water is coming back. We still don't have water here yet, and if I can't make the fitting that I used work, as in I can't get it apart and then re-glue it, then we may be stuck for without water for a while more because the fittings aren't available. Now my buddy's FedEx some stuff supposed to be here today. I told him I probably expect it Sunday, maybe Monday, possibly tomorrow, but the FedEx trucks were not rolling for 4 days, so the warehouse and the distribution centers are backed up. So, but I told him I'd keep him posted on that. So back to grocery shopping. We went over the grocery list for us. We're preppers, so we typically are shopping for 6 to 8 weeks from now. I may have to up that supply so that we have stuff on hand, but there were things available today that I didn't take because we're not in crisis mode, and there are so many families right now in Texas that are. Other prepper channels are putting out some information by the Texas Ag person, the Agriculture Commissioner, saying that the food distribution system is broken. It's in red. Apparently, there are a lot of things that without power, I guess animals died, and other things like milk got poured out again. So I have a picture. I don't know how to upload it, but I took a picture of the bread aisle and the military. It's called a commissary, which is like the civilian word for it would be grocery store, like Publix, HEB in Texas. Publix is in the southeast. Albertsons, Freddie Myers up in the Pacific Northwest. Basically a grocery store, but it's a military version. Only military people can shop in it. When I got there was no line to get in. As I was shopping and I was looking around, I was like, this is crazy. There was 75 people deep, a line that deep to check out. When I finally checked out, $314 later, which you would think that's a lot of groceries. It wasn't that much. Um, there was 25 to 50 people lined up to go into the store. Now, thank goodness some people have done some things. There was 25 people in the store actively stocking. So sometimes it was, as soon as it went on the shelf, somebody took it. Uh, so gas is going to become a problem. I got $10 worth of gas at a corner store because it had been closed, so nobody was using it. So that's the 4.97 gallons I put in my truck, and then I probably burned uh, close to 3 driving home. But I have a 1996 F350 dually with a 460 gas motor in it, so it's a gas hog. So, but it's big. Sorry, excuse me. It's big. It's heavy, so it's safe. We might get bounced around a little bit on the inside, but it weighs close to 6,000 pounds empty, so it's going to win a fight in most cases with a crash, unless it's with a big pickup. So after that, went to commissary, went over to my dad's house, offloaded the wood to my dad's neighbor, gave him a couple dozen eggs. She wanted to pay me. I told her, don't worry about it. I know you do me a big favor because she takes care of my dad. Me and him are like two fucking prickly bears fucking rubbing against each other. So she does a lot by doing that for me. Her husband's currently in the hospital. Her son's going in for surgery next week, so she's got a lot of shit on her plate already. So I told her, keep your husband in the hospital right now. He didn't want to be there, but there's people who can take care of him and check on him, because she has her son, his wife, their 2 or 3 kids, her daughter, and I think her other granddaughter, all in her house right now. So she's got a full plate. From there, I went to the corner store. I saw that there was gas. Went in, paid cash, came out, left. Got home about 4 o'clock. Unloaded the groceries. Put everything away. Used the PVC fitting that I found. Glued it. The leak that is happening right now is not that joint, amazingly. It was a hot water line, and there was water coming out of it when I glued it, but I put a paper towel up inside of it and tried to move quick, I guess. So after that, I fed my dad some chili. It was around 5 o'clock, 5:15. Loaded firewood into the living room, so while I was gone, he could feed the fire. He fell doing that. He's 85, going to be 86, so he didn't feed the fire no more after today. And he didn't break anything. He just gonna have a sore leg for a little while. So he banged his knee. I did not get lunch today, so I had 2 packages of beef sticks, 7 fig Newtons from. That's all I had during the day from 8 o'clock till tonight when I got home after picking up my wife. I put some bird seed out for the birds. I found 2 birds dead during this process. Fell out of a tree or fell from somewhere. I gotta probably search the yard if there are any more and pitch them. So I don't want my dogs eating them. Tomorrow on the list is more plumbing work to see if I can fix that joint. And then after that, boil water. We are still on a boil water notice, but that probably won't change for a while. And then if I get the water back on, then it'll be time to do laundry. We can do laundry with the water. We just can't drink it or wash dishes with it or eat with it. So, and then we'll have water for the toilets so that I don't have to fill up 1-gallon jugs and bring in the house, which will be nice. So this will be the last night we have to have a fire too. So anyway, again, if you got family in Texas, pick up the phone and call them, check on them, because I think this food crisis may not just affect Texas. I think it might spread. I know the fuel will. So expect higher bills, for groceries, fuel, You know, basically when gas goes up, the price of everything typically goes up along with it because it costs more to transport stuff. Other thing I would say is if you're here in San Antonio and you happen to look at this, reach out to your neighbors, talk to them, help them if you can. Doesn't matter what it is. One day that love will come back around to you. So, uh, my buddy called tonight and checked on me. I told him I found the fitting that he mailed me, but he mailed me other stuff too that I may wind up need. That his package hasn't shown up. So, y'all stay safe. Do what you can. I would definitely pay attention to the news down here around reference Texas. For all the people who are preppers and watch prepper channels, this is, for me, it's been a dry run to test everything that I used that did work and did not work so far. Nothing that I invested money in was a waste of time or money. Everything was super important. Power generation, uh, that was like huge. And then firewood, rechargeable lights, headlamps, solar lights that I had around my yard. I got to get those 8 back here pretty soon from my neighbors. Loan 40 to 2 of them. Rain barrels were really instrumental in allowing us to continue to flush the toilets because we have a septic system, so we can do that. The generators were just huge. And it's not just a generator; it's a system that allows you to backfeed into your house without burning your house down. So, because I have a 30 amp plug wired to a 30 amp circuit breaker and a 30 amp cable to my generator that goes to a 30 amp plug, which is so much easier than trying to run 10 or 15 different extension cords to whatever you need to run. So, solar lights work in your house. That's a big thing. So, anyway, the generators were huge because it allowed me to keep my food in my refrigerators and my freezer from going bad, which is why the food crisis is so bad. Everywhere that lost power, all their food in their refrigerator and deep freezers went bad. So that's the thing with the food. And then the gas trucks haven't been running, so all the gas stations are running out of fuel. It's going to be interesting in the next few weeks. I'm sorry. Oh, shit. Moving around. It was a hard day today. I'm tired. So, and I got another hard day tomorrow. I had 1 day break yesterday. I spent 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, working on plumbing, cutting holes in walls and concrete and working on pipes. So, plumbing, of all the things I know how to do, is the least favorite thing that I do. I hate it with a passion. So, anyway, reach out to your families. I said in the last 2 videos, if you can and you're out of state, send them some food. I don't know what to tell you to send them, but or possibly gift cards. But a lot of the fast food restaurants are slammed. So if they don't have gas in their vehicle, they can't drive there and wait 25, 35 car line to go through the drive-through to get food. So it's gonna get really bad. So anyway, thanks, and help your family, help your neighbor.